Good morning, you guys. My name is Jenkins-Simmons, and I am a junior broadcast and communications major from Charleston, South Carolina. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about fake news. So, what is fake news? Well, to me, fake news is misled information. Um, Fake news could be anything, but mainly misled information. You don't want to put false information out there because it could lead to the wrong things. It could get to the wrong person. It's just really not good, and it really lowers your credibility. If you're trying to brand yourself, if you're a big name, if your name holds like a heavy weight, it can really like damage your image. So fake news is just like a big no. The different types of fake news that I see celebrity deaths at least 4 times a month. Like, it's crazy. I thought Bill Cosby died 3 years ago. It's really crazy. Like, they fake news, they even have fake news sites on like Facebook. Social media is the place for fake news. That's the place where you can post misleading information and still convince the consumer that it's correct. And that's the problem that society has today, because we don't look into the information that they're feeding to us. We just go with whatever. We read, sometimes we don't even fully read. We skim, or we just we read the first couple sentences, and then our mind is made up. Oh yes, this is true. We can't do that all the time. We have to research, we have to look in, we have to dig deep, just so that we don't put ourselves in that position to allow us to be fed lies, for one, and be misled. So please be careful what you read or what you interpret, what you take in. It's okay if you read about it, but if you take it in and you really think that the false information that you were fed is correct, you really need to. So do your research, because fake news is everywhere. When I say everywhere, everywhere. It's fake. It's just horrible. So the question that I chose was, how could the government protect us from fake news? Well, they could, one, start by filtering, which they already do. But what they're filtering is not fake news. It's the image of African American culture. That's what they tend to filter. They don't really care more so about the fake news. But, I mean, because if they did, it wouldn't be on the internet. I mean, and then in a sense, you can't control everything that's on the internet. I mean, it is the internet. You can't. But if you guys are going to do everything in your power to make sure that African Americans are seen as gangbangers, gangsters, drug dealers, violent people, just downright horrible, you could take the time to filter fake news. It's really not. The government can definitely, they search our Facebooks, not just African Americans, they search Facebook in general. They're watching. That's why they tell us to not post certain stuff on social media. That's why they tell us to be careful, not just for job purposes, because that is the case, but not just because of that, but because people are watching. The government watches social media. I'm not naive to that fact. No one is naive to that fact. And if you are, you really need to wake up and you really need to do your research. No one is naive to the fact that your social media sites are being watched. So if you're watching my social media, me or another fellow citizen, I wouldn't say white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, I wouldn't even give them a race. If you're watching another human being and I lost my train of thought. The topic is just so like real to me. Like, I'm not understanding like why. How can you not? Oh, how can you watch another human's being social media sites for guns and drugs and everything else, everything against the law, but you cannot just take the time to filter and delete or get rid of fake news? Even with like the death hoax in that Cleveland, Ohio, when that man killed that old man and he went on this massacre and he was killing all these people because of his wife. That was definitely a hoax. That was definitely a hoax. In my opinion, it was a hoax. Because it just, and I feel like it was a hoax to keep our minds off of something else. So the number one way that the government can definitely protect us from fake news or being misled or just filtered, you guys need to not only watch us for, you need to protect us, not try to accuse us. That's my whole concept. So that's my whole intake on fake news. I hope you guys enjoyed. And my name is Kendrika Jenkins-Simmons, and thank you for watching.